Hey, what's up guys? Matt, Cichlid Dojo, back with another Fishroom update video. March 2023. Like always, try to go over everything that's new, things that have changed. Try to cover everything that's on my stock list currently. And yeah, basically I think about 27 tanks in the fish room right now. 3 ponds in the backyard I don't really cover. Plus I don't have any fishing outside right now, as I brought the Resilientis inside. We'll see those near the end. So let's get right into it. I usually like to start here with my favorite Carpentus pair. Get right in here. Sorry for the glare. So the big pair here, they're doing pretty good. I think the last spawn I've seen from them was maybe 2-3 months ago. I'm trying to remember. A lot of spawns that occur in this fish room. It's hard to keep track of the actual dates, but they're doing good. You can see the big male, one of my favorites in here, and then of course this female. Doing good. Can't ask for more. The Carpentus pair, and very good breeders. They have fry from them available if you're interested. I think they're in that 3/4 of an inch plus minus size range. Message me on Facebook or Instagram if you're interested. Beautiful species. And I didn't mention this is the 150 gallon tank. It's divided. On the other side, temporarily, I have a couple Trimax that are going to go out a little bit. I think I have a male and female in there hiding down there. We're not going to focus too much time on it, but they're going to go out, and then they'll have new tank mates. I'm going to add a small pair, which are their fry, up to the other side here shortly. And we'll take a look at those coral outs here in a bit. Down below we have some Cubans, Geophagus. I believe I have about 15-20 left in that size range of, I think, 2.5 to 3.5 inches. Message me if you're interested. A little shy down there right now, but let me know. Moving on. We may not see much here. This is the Wildcat Andino Cara Stalsbergi, the True Green Terrors. Yeah, there they are, sitting right there, looking pretty. I think that's a subdominant male. It's not the number one. Let's see where the number one is. Yeah, can't find it. Anyways, he's probably hiding. A little bit more of a shy species, but definitely make up for it in beauty, in my opinion. And there has not been a spawn from this Wildcat group in quite a while, but thankfully we'll see here in a bit. I got a tiny spawn from some F1s I was growing out. Really tiny spawn, but saved them anyways. Getting some requests for True Green Terror fry, so we'll take a look at those in a bit. Anyways, down below, real quickly, these are some of the Carpentus. I'm onto this batch. I've been growing out in this tank for a while, and they're that size range I mentioned. Let me know if you're interested. All right, let's move on. So, a 120 gallon tank. These have some of the Colombian Red Terrors. They're F1s that my buddy bred, and I'm growing small group out for myself. I have a bunch others available, same batch. They're in a 90 gallon tank. We'll see those shortly, but these are doing well. I'm happy with their progress, and I'm feeding them quite a bit of that Dainichi Color Supreme. Hopefully their reds will stand out once they start getting bigger and coloring up, but these are doing good. And I think I'm listing 1.5 inches of these guys. Rio Narino, I believe, is the clutching point. So let me know if you're interested. I might have some nice ones in here. All right, moving on. Down below, 60 gallon. Nothing to see here, but I have fish coming in. So I'll be sure to announce that probably in next update video. I actually have two 60 gallons that are open like this just for preparing for 2 new species that I'm going to quarantine down here. So excited about those. All right, now this is a 75 gallon with some F1 and a group of F1 Stalsbergi, the True Green Terrors. This is the batch that had a spawn. I'm going to try to get in here. You can see them. Man, they're really coloring up nicely. These are much smaller than those Wildcats that I showed you. And I was surprised to see a little tiny spawn. We'll go up and check them out. They're all shy right now because the garage door is open, but here we go. Tiny batch. If I had to guess, maybe 30 to 40. We'll see if they all make it. But if everything goes well, maybe 3 months, 3 to 4 months, these will be available. So keep following, or no problem with you guys reaching out from time to time. All right, down below, 3 10-gallon tanks. On the right, we have more Carpentus. Those will be available after that bigger group is. Middle, we have Festae. These are F1s from my Wildcat Rios, the Ecuadorians. And then again, more Festae, also F1 Rios. So, quite a bit of Festae going out. Now we'll go to the 240. And as you guys know, the left side is my Wildcat Rios pair. On the right side, I have an F1 male with an unrelated Wildcat female, and try to get a little glimpse of this male first. But I think this female I saw earlier in the week, she has fry in the pot. I saw a bunch of eggs. There's the male. Saw a bunch of eggs, and I think it's a pretty large batch of fry. So I'm considering pulling those. I'm not sure. I may not need them, but it's hard to get in there with the glare. So this pair is doing pretty well. I think that's 2 consecutive spawns. So another good breeding pair here, it appears, at least for the time being. And really like that male. And then moving on to the Wildcats. There's the male. See if I'll come out and swim around a little bit. You can see the female in that pot. They're doing well. Not a whole lot has changed. Give me spawns every now and then. Obviously, that's why I have all those F1s in the 10 gallons. And I also have F1s available to them. So I have both populations, Rios F1s, Ecuadorian, and then the Rio Narino Colombian F1s from my buddy spawned. Let me know if you're interested in either of them. And oh yeah, up above, you know, I had some Motaguensis, Rio Motagua, and on the right side is a male that I had to pull. They were in a group, and a bigger one was kind of beaten up. You could see the female's tail a little bit messed up. I have them up here right now just because this female someone was going to pick up, but may be available. They're not coming through, dragging the feet a little bit. So, and I don't want her to stay up here too long. It's just temporarily so she doesn't get thrashed. So anyways, these two, I guess, technically are available. I think the male on the right is about 4.5 inches. Female's about 4. Let me know if you're interested. Red Tiger Motos. Alright, I guess we should go to this tank, the 100 gallon on top. These are the grouts. Now, 2 spawning pairs. Try to get in here. See one of the males. This is probably going to be the pair that I put across from that big breeding pair. And female. Definitely have some war scars. It's been a little rough in here. You see the female's pectoral fin on the right split up, but definitely good breeders. I think she has a gigantic batch of fry in there. So I may pull, but absolutely beautiful species. Definitely want to have my second breeding pair. So as we go to the right, here's the other pair, and I think they have some fry there at the bottom as well. So I'm gonna have to decide what I want to do. I definitely don't think I have room to keep both of these pairs. We'll have to figure that out. So I may be moving one of these over here at some point. Probably this one. But beautiful species, beautiful fish. All right, going down to the bottom, we have Pericormus multifasciatus, the previously known as the Frederiksdali. A lot of these are an inch, even over an inch in here. They're available. Let me know if you're interested. Hard to gauge the size from the video, but they're definitely that size. And why don't we go into their tank next? I'm gonna get my little chair so I can sit down while we do this. So, always fun in this tank. I'm now down to exactly 3 pairs in here, 3 breeding pairs. And this pair over here on the left, they're always doing their thing in this corner. They spawn in that pot, they bring them out to the front left of this tank. And they have fry right now. See if I can zoom in. You can see them wiggling everywhere, mixed in, giant pile right there. She'll get out of the way. There you go. Pile of wigglers right there. And looks like I'm not going to be pulling any of them. Don't really need them. But they're very aggressive, guarding them. And it's kind of working out so far. We got this pair over here on the left. This pair up in here in the back, middle, they have a big batch of fry right behind the driftwood. And they kind of hang out there. They flare up at each other as pairs. Not a whole lot of damage. The few odd ones that didn't get lucky enough to pair off, they started to get a little beat up, so I removed them. And anyway, she's guarding fry there. And then this third pair is not actually guarding fry at the moment, but they do the same thing as the pair on the left. They have a bunch of wigglers up here when it's their turn. I would guess 2 to 3 weeks out. Lots of fry produced in this tank here. So anyways, moving on down below. This is the other 60 gallon that I'm gonna put that new species that I'm getting in. And those 2 new species are nothing rare or I guess what you would expect. Very common species, but stuff that I definitely wanted to do. So we'll see those in future update. All right, going here to the 90 gallon. These are the Colombian Festae that are available. I'll get in here close so you guys can take a look. I think they look really good. And again, I'm listing them at inch to inch and a half, but there's definitely ones that are a lot of these are inch and a half, maybe even slightly bigger. So message me if you're interested in these. I think I have a group of maybe 50 to 60. So let me know if you're interested, guys. Down below, another 3 10 gallons. On the left, we have more F1 Geophagus Resilientis Ecuadorian ones. In the middle, we have multifasciatus fry, and on the right we have Rhodesilanus, and these are going to get ready to go up into that 40 gallon as that other batch. I do have bigger ones available. Those are going to be out shortly, I believe. So let me know if you're interested in those species. All right, now here's one of the new species that I got not too long ago. Try to get in here close. See the progress on these guys, the Nanoludia, and they're doing pretty good. Really big eaters, and nice to see them out and about. They're not as shy as I thought they would be. Probably in that 1.5 to 2 inch range right now, and I can't wait to start seeing some pair off and get into that breeding dress, that really bright yellowish coloration. But they're doing good right now, and my buddy has these available. He's local, so if you're local, pick some up at his place, and if not, I actually ship it out for him. So let me know if you're interested. All right. Down below, it's a 40 gallon, have a young batch of very small Carpentus fry. They're going to be a future batch available, but you saw earlier they're the bigger ones, so let me know if you're interested. All right, let's move around. All right. So this is a 75 gallon. Right now I have a Cuban pair, a breeding Cuban pair. These guys already had a batch of fry, which I'll show you in a second, but it's male and female, really nice looking pair. And since I have the 75 divided with that Trimax pair, definitely not going to be able to do this, get away with this that long. It's basically a 2 foot section, although they are, male's like about 5 inches, female's probably 4 or 4.5. Really good together here in this pair. I'm really liking them, but I have to get rid of them. So if you're interested in a nice breeding Cuban pair, let me know. Fun species. You see the male flaring up, and they just had their first spawn, and here it is right above. And they had it, the spawn was much larger than this, by the way. I'm seeing maybe 150 in here. I think I only got about half of them, because when you crowd this breeder box like that, they start dying off real quick, I've noticed. So, nice little pair right here. All right, and then the Trimax on the left, like I was mentioning. Try to get in here without glare. Male and your female. They're doing really good as a pair together too. Male's really aggressive. I can't get in the tank without him biting me, which at his size it's not a big issue. But as he gets bigger, might be able to draw some blood. And I try to avoid that. I've had a infection from that previously when my old multifasciatus, much bigger and does a lot more damage. He opened a wound and it got infected, and it was, according to the doctor, pretty damn serious if I hadn't done something sooner. So I always try to be careful in these waters with whatever bacteria is in there. You don't want to have open wounds while you're working in your tank. Really like this guy. I'm gonna definitely hold on to him for a while longer, I think. And they're just really good as a pair. And they just had a spawn too, probably at the same time as the Cubans. So pulled some up here. So, doing well. All right, let's move down below. Now these guys are the ones that are going to come out. You can see them all huddled up down there at the bottom. This is my last resort, third group of Andino Karl guy. I think there's 10 in here, 10 or 11, just because I wanted to get a breeding group again, and still he'll get a hold on to these two as a backup group. They're probably in that 2.5 to 3 inch range, but just need them there for the species so I could keep producing them. All right, now we have the 180 gallon, and this is where I put the Geophagus Resilientis, that Laguna de Mali, the red population. So they were outside. I'm gonna try to get in here with the glare. Glare's horrible on this tank right now. I'll get really close. They were outside for about 2 years, close to 2 years, in that 300 gallon tub, Rubbermaid tub, and obviously outside I'm not doing water changes very frequently. They don't have the filtration as inside, and they have very little heat, so their metabolism, I'm guessing, is much lower. It got in the 40s water temperature, and I did very little feeding, you know, maybe twice a week, very sparing as far as what I fed them. And if you guys remember, go back to some of my older videos when I used to keep them inside previously. There's spawns left and right with this big male here, and so I thought, you know, let me bring them back inside and figure out what I'm going to do with them. I just was not able to pull spawns out of the tub, assuming they were having them. So now they've been back inside, very active, huge eaters, and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with them. I might even, you know, I am going to consider that it might be better for these to go into someone else's hands, because I'm going to run out of space inside, and I was just going to put them back outdoors, and then I don't really get to enjoy them too much because you don't really see them from the top of those tubs. So I definitely prefer, anybody want a group of 10 of these Resilientis, local guys, hopefully message me. Rather not ship 10 fish, individually bag them and whatnot. The biggest male, the dominant male in here is definitely that 6 to 7 inches, and the rest are in that 4 or 5 inch range, and somewhere in between some of them. So go check out some of the older videos. Obviously they're not done justice in here. I got the neutral color gravel. I think they do better on a light, like a sand substrate, like I used to show them. Go look at some of my older videos. But I think I'm going to have to move on with these guys. It's really fun keeping them for a while. I just don't think I want to throw them all outside in the pond again. And I definitely want to do something different with this 180 gallon. So let me know if you're interested. Down below, just turn on the lights, last 2 tanks here. Some of the Aslanus, the red Aslanus that are available. And I think we're getting down to that 15, 20 of them. So I'm going to ship out Monday. Still have those available if you're interested, probably inch to inch and a halfers. And then over here we have some of the F1 Rio guys, Festae Red Terrors that are available. So message me if you're interested. Got a good amount of these, either population like I mentioned before, and I'll get some out to you. So anyways, that's the updates. I'll try to do more live videos consistently. I know the last one had some issues with connection problems, probably on my end. I cut it short, but I'll stick it through and give it another shot if I can find a nice sunny day to do that, you know, so you get some natural light in the fish room. And besides that, let me know, comments, if you have any questions on anything. Don't feel shy to reach out to me. Facebook, Instagram are the best ways. Send me a message if you're interested in anything, and then go from there. Anyways, thanks for tuning in to another one. Till next time, take care.